to set on accident. No! And then freaking Google Maps took me to, like, God knows where, so very happy to be here.
Happy you made it.
Happy to join us.
Yeah.
All right, what's the scoop? What's the dirt? What can you share?
Okay, let's see. The dirt. The baby has 2 heads. Klaus is really a woman. Let's see, you guys are covering, last episode.
It's the swimming pool episode.
So I'm actually, Sophie takes a break for the next couple episodes. I think I can
Yeah,
tell
we know
you
that you're not in the next 2.
Right.
I'm a little worried there might be a price in her head after that little episode.
Well, what's kind of interesting is my character is, she's like right now on everybody's shit list. Like, she's pretty much, the head werewolf doesn't like her, the originals don't like her. So whatever she comes up with, it better be good. Otherwise, she's somewhat useless in New Orleans right now, because she has no leverage and she has no way to, like, save her people. So that's where my character is right now.
Well, Elijah, promised he wouldn't let Klaus kill the Elder Witch Agnes, but, he took care of the honors.
Right, I know.
So how is that going to affect the witches moving forward? Because it's a pretty big blow.
It is. It's a big blow in that, like, I'm trying to think of a comparison, but when the elders are gone, the elders have the access to all of the major power. I mean, even though Davina's sucked up a great deal from the harvest, like, the elders know what they're doing. They know how to proceed, and my character was rather reluctant in the beginning. So it's a huge blow. They're pretty much like, nothing could be worse for the witches than right now. And him killing Agnes it's a really dick move, if you ask me. So the only other option is, like, who will become the next elder, and that takes time. So I'm not sure.
Sophie's proved to be pretty resourceful in coming up with an idea to save the witch community. Are we going to see her come up with Plan B or C?
Oh, she's going to have to. Mm-hmm. There will be a Plan B. It's not the end of Sophie. She definitely will come up with something. And I know what it is, but I can't say. But it's very clever. Mm-hmm.
Sophie and the men. Okay.
Yes.
So what is she gonna have? We saw the flashback of her and Marcel. Mm-hmm. Is she going to have any more love interests?
Love interest. I think right now there's so much chaos and loss, and even, like, it's almost like a post breakup. Like, you kind of just don't want to leave the house and you want to, like, binge eat and sleep. Mm-hmm. She's not in a love point right now. Will there be a love interest? Yes, because as you probably have seen, Sophie likes to socialize with her fellow men and women. So yes, there will be, but right now I think she's just focusing on the next move. Yeah.
We saw in the flashback that she was kind of a hard partier. Is she going to be going back to those ways now that she's kind of, lost her?
Yeah. Maybe temporarily, but I don't think she can. I think at this point, moving on, she can't go back. Because that wouldn't be a very interesting story. Or it would be, that would be like a long novel. But no, that's, I don't think if she's gonna make a difference, she's gonna go back. She's gotta grow up. She's in a growing up period. She's like in that early 20s grow up period.
When you read the script for the Harvest episode, what went through your mind because that was the game changer, and we throw that word around a lot when we're talking about the show, but that really did change everything that we thought we knew about the originals and why the originals were in New Orleans. What went through your head when you read that? When
I read the Harvest episode, I was really... It was exciting because I was wondering how they were going to pull off the gore. And the Harvest scene, I mean, that's a really crazy scene to shoot, and it took like 2 days. Took 2 days to shoot that, and there were so many stunts that were going on, and and they had to figure out, okay, well, once so and so has this person, where is Daniella gonna be? And Daniella's over here, but no, wait, this person already killed that person, they can't be alive. And it was this crazy thing. But as a character reading The Harvest, that was responsible for turning Sophie into a full believer. Before she was apprehensive, she questioned it, and I think seeing that power move from Monique to Danielle sort of set in stone that this isn't BS, it's the real deal. Which was kind of cool for me to read, and also it made, personally, I connected with my character even more, just because it's like yet another person who she loses, and yet more, yet nothing to lose moving forward. So the Harvest episode's one of my favorite episodes so far.
Sorry, go for it.
Davina's actually a pretty big part of Sophie's storyline, but they haven't intersected a lot. Is that going to change?
Yes. Maybe. They'll have to at some point. They're two important witches in the same town. They're bound to run into each other, I would imagine.
What are Sophie's feelings towards Davina? Because obviously, in order for all the witches to get their powers, Davina has to die.
Yeah. For a second, I thought you were going to be like, what is Sophie's opinions toward veganism? I think that she has no ill will toward Davina. I think she's quite aware of the danger involved and how a young, powerful girl could potentially be so reckless. But I think that she has to complete the harvest, and in order to do that, she has to take out Davina. So if there is any harm caused, it's for potentially a greater good. But I think that, if anything, she probably has sort of a deeper relationship to Davina than arguably anybody else. And losing her niece, I mean, they're both the same age, and they were close, and, so I don't think that there's, hatred there at all.
We're hearing this episode's really big for the ladies on the show that you guys are filming right now. Mm-hmm. Can you maybe preview Sophie's role in it and what's going on?
What is it? What have other people told you?
There's a festival.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's kind of the girls, taking control.
It is. This episode is, and it's kind of refreshing, because I feel like the boys have had their sort of go-around, and that's not the case. I think in this episode, the women are a little more rebellious, they're less likely to be freaked of Klaus or Marcel or anybody else's power, pretty much on all fronts. The witches, the werewolves, and the vampires. So, which is nice, because it's equaling out, the power playing game, I guess, so far.
The Originals is clearly a show of its own, separate from the Vampire Diaries, but I think they share a lot of the same fan base. So what's it like to come into this franchise?
It's awesome and intimidating at the same time. I've said this before, that being a part of a spin-off show is like being the child of a really famous person, where they're like, wow, your dad is a rock star, and what are you doing? And so it's like, oh God, we have to be good. And we are, which is great. So I feel blessed that I get to be a part of a show that has so many committed fans already. I almost feel like not that we didn't work for it, but it's a privilege. It's a real privilege to have people be so attentive to what you're doing this early on. And everyone's been really, really nice. All the fans I've met and all my fan interactions have been really positive ones.
Well, there's been some interesting symbolism used in the show. We got to see the red apple when Rebecca took it to Marcel and unknowingly tipped off their location.
Yeah.
But I kept thinking that would be something. Sophie's kind of sneaky that way. She might be willing to take a red apple and poison or something.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that well, to operate in this world, you have to be really clever and quite sneaky, far more than myself in real life. Everything has to be, you have to put on a poker face and you have to know what the next move is, and Sophie is she's far more strategic than I am in real life. I think in this world, in this universe that we've created, you just have to be, or else you're not going to live.
You said you and Leah are roommates. So how's it been moving to Atlanta with the whole cast? And because I know with the Vampire Diaries cast, they said it helped them become so much closer, so much quicker.
Yeah.
Being in Atlanta.
Oh, definitely. Well, like even after this, we're probably all gonna go meet up. So it's been really, really nice. And actually, I'm a New Yorker, and so I'm moving to Atlanta, and I'm like also not completely vegan, but mostly vegan, and I'm like, am I going to be able to eat places? And Atlanta's totally accommodating, it's totally contemporary, it's totally metropolitan, and like Leah and I have become really, really close, because we live with each other, obviously, but not being in your comfort zone and then being put with like such a nice group of people in a different city, it's not as lonely as one would imagine. It's actually been really nice. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.